Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Keller C1. Keller, thank you for being here this morning. Grand Rising, SouFLo, Brains, and the Morning Thoughts family. And like a phoenix, we rise up, up, up. You see that icon, that first picture that you see when you see the video? I got to change that as quickly as possible. That's one of the worst pictures ever. Man, I had a rough night. It's mornings, Monday morning, money making Mondays, and we're up and we're off. The weekend is over and we're about to go get it, right? I'm just like you. This is one of the mornings where I would be running out the door, one leg in the pants, holding my bag and trying to get my drink, my tea in the other hand. Monday morning fashion, Monday morning style, right? We're only human. I was trying to get pretty before we start, but I just woke up. You know, one of the mornings where you hit the alarm over and over, snooze, snooze, snooze. I've been hitting snooze since about 5 a.m. and it went all the way to 5:55. So if you're feeling like you can't do it this morning, I feel just like you do. But guess what? We're up and we're here and we're going to give thanks because we can do it and we will do it. All right. So shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, truck driver, long distance truck drivers. Shout out to my brother Choice Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Shout out to Orville Expressions and his Expressions family. If you haven't tuned into the bartender yet, then you're still missing out. Shout out to every clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. That way, you get the utmost respect. Devil wear Prada. Man, I don't know. So here we are this morning. And on my board this morning, I have one Dear SouFLo. Dear SouFLo, my husband wants me to watch porn and use toys with him, but I am not into all that. We're going to talk about that later. All right. DJ Khaled is in Jamaica again, and the album is on the way. Another new album. We're going to talk about that. Kid Cudi, very famous rapper. He is not top 5 streaming, but he is in the upper echelons of the industry. He was on SNL in a full-blown dress with spaghetti straps. How I know about spaghetti straps? Because I have a mom and I have a daughter that's old enough to wear spaghetti straps. No, both of them. Because Bill put spaghetti straps on Milani. And woman, my wife wears spaghetti. It's woman clothes. The brother showed up in woman clothes on SNL. We're going to talk about all that this morning. All right, how's everybody doing this morning before I even get started? Let me see. On the road, running my truck. Warren right. Big up yourself. All right, just stay safe out there, man. It ain't no joke out there. I've been seeing weird accidents lately. Cars just plowing from miles away and trucks plowing from miles away. Hey, stay safe, all right? But do what you got to do. You know how to go already. Lorraine Williams says, yes, I am now looking at it. It has me going. What are you looking at? Are you looking at Kid Cudi in his dress? There's Jennifer Finsley says, morning, SouFLo. Have a blessed day and week. Jennifer, thank you, and the same to you. It's Monday. We got a long week to go. We're just starting out. We still got to go through something Tuesday and then hump day Wednesday and this and that Thursday. So we're working our way through it. We're starting out this morning, Monday morning. All right, boots on the ground. Morning SouFLo and the Morning Thoughts family. Blessings and for another week. Sonia Unstoppable, thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. All right, let's just skip through and see some people I see all the time and just hail them up real quick. Okay, so let's start out with Let's start out. I feel like starting out with DJ Khaled. So DJ Khaled is in Jamaica again. Everybody, or should I start out with Kid Cudi? Let me see. Let's get interactive this morning. Should I start out with Kid Cudi? Kid Cudi in his dress on SNL, or should I start out with DJ Khaled in Jamaica? Either way you take it, it's gonna go left. So whichever one you choose, we going left. Let's let's start out with Kid Cudi. All right, boom. There's Kid Cudi, right? I'm not gonna play any of his music. The last video we did, again, not the one that Zojak took down. The last video we did after that, where I'm telling you that that's the one that Zojak took down. As soon as I played one little snippet before the Morning Thoughts live was done, my phone went off, and I checked it, and there it was in my Gmail, copyright infringement. So they won't even let me use 5 seconds of their stuff. So I'm not playing any of the music, but you can go look it up. Kid Cudi was on SNL. He was in a full dress with spaghetti straps. And if you see the full picture of the dress, if you see the full picture of him in the dress, there we go. Alice in Wonderland. Never mind what he was singing. So y'all saw that. All right. Kid Cudi in a dress on SNL. One press says the man sad flow. I'm gonna let y'all have a look at this one more time before I start to talk, because I'm going in. I am going in. There it is. He's in a dress. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening to today's brothers, but man, I think we have a legacy to uphold. I think we have a legacy, but you can't put responsibility on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to take up responsibility, they take up responsibility. A full dress. You see his spaghetti straps? Y'all, the man have spaghetti straps for him dress and everything. Not like that make it any better, because if it didn't have spaghetti straps, it would have been a corset. Boy, watch out. You know what I see? You confused? Cynthia Gooding says I'm confused. Listen up, we were all confused. Kid Cudi, again, watch how they come into the game and then watch how they change. Remember, I did the one with Lil Nas X. Remember, he came into the game, right? I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road, and people are like, "Oh, that's a catchy song. Is it a rap? Oh, damn, it is a rap, but it sounds like a country. So it's a country rap." And it went on the country charts, and they kicked it off, saying it wasn't country enough. And then Billy Ray Cyrus jumped on the remix, and then it went back on the country charts. And not only that, it went on the top 100 Billboard and stayed at #1 for however long, all that stuff. All the little kids and everybody singing, "Take my horse to the uptown road," right? All right. And then he went from that to sliding on a stripper pole all the way down to hell, busting a split on the devil's lap and giving the devil a lap dance, licking the devil's ears, having the devil hit him from the back, and then he breaks the devil's neck, takes his wings sprout when he breaks the devil's neck, takes the devil's horns, which is his crown, puts it on his own head, and his eyes light up. And they call that creativity. Okay. All right. Kid Cudi now with this dress. I remember Dave Chappelle. When Dave Chappelle ran away, left $100 million on the table and ran away to Africa, and they couldn't find Dave Chappelle. and people were saying Kid Cudi, Kid Cudley. Dave Chappelle, they were saying Dave Chappelle has lost his mind and all this other stuff. They were trying to tarnish him in the media, really, because he stepped away from that big of a deal. Now, you got to understand something, right? If they're offering you $100 million for what you are able to create, you must understand that it's probably worth $1 billion, right? But it wasn't for the money. Dave said it was a lot of money involved in it. He was at the height of his fame. But it came down to something like that, the dress. And they kept asking him, yes. Jen Jones, yes. They kept asking him. He said what was his breaking point was when they came in with a script. And they told him to, like, you know, improv and put your own thing in it. And he did. And they liked it. And he said everybody clapped and they were like, yeah, now this is what's going to make it really funny, Dave. And they brought out a dress. And he was like, how is that going to make the joke really funny? Like, my joke is funny. If you find it funny, it's funny. Me putting on a dress isn't going to make it any more funnier. And they're like, yeah, but, you know, we just want you to wear the dress just for, you know, just wear the dress. It's a good part of the... Now, mind you, these are the people that are signing your checks, right? And they was getting some hefty checks. He said when they came back there to his dressing room, they said, you know, we would like for you to wear the dress. That's how the first encounter went. We would like for you to wear the dress. And he's like, nah, I'm not really feeling the dress. And they left. Okay. Came back again. The next time it was, listen, you got to wear this dress, Dave. And he said by the third time they came back, they were insisting that he wears the dress. That's when he was like, oh, hell no. Listen, I am not wearing the dress. And he just found himself getting more adamant about not wearing the dress the more they got adamant about him wearing the dress. Because it started to dawn on him, like, why do I have to wear the dress? Why do I have to wear the dress? Why can't I just do my comedy, have people laugh, and get off stage? Why do I have to do it in a dress? Why do I have to dress like a woman in order for you to find my joke funny? The joke is funny, but it'll be really, really funny if you put the dress on. I tell you what, it would be really funny if you put the dress on, because they will be sitting back there laughing. Look at our little bitch. We're able to buy him, sell him, dress him however we want to. You know those people that dress their pets? Like put clothes on the dog have on socks and shoes and eyeglasses, and that's the same way they see you. But above all that, though, somebody said something about the demasculization of the black male. I would say it's straight across the board. I think masculinity, period, is under attack. That's just my thing. You can't be too manly nowadays, because if you're too manly nowadays, it's you got issues. You got too much testosterone built up in you. What, you on steroids? You're acting like you know. You have to be a bit effeminate, and I can't help but seeing Kid Cudi telling them, yo, I got this dope idea, right, for SNL. If we could get on, I want to do a tribute to Kurt Cobain. Now remember, Kid Cudi came into this game as a rapper. If you go listen to what he was singing on SNL, that wasn't nowhere near rap. And I don't see why a rapper would be doing a tribute on SNL to Kurt Cobain, which is like grunge music. There's two different kinds of music, period. Two different genres, but hey, maybe he is going to a different genre of music. I don't know. Be creative, but in a dress. I could see Kid Cudi saying, I got this dope idea. I do a tribute to Kurt Cobain. You want to hear the song? I already recorded it. And he plays the song for them. And they listen to the song and they go, the song is good. It's dope. But you remember when Kurt wore that dress? I think it would be dope for you to wear that same dress, the same material on it. And he's like, now they got you, right? I just want to do the tribute. I don't want to wear the dress. Studio Cannon says, blessings, but we have, y'all, hey, y'all see when my radar hit? Bam, blessings, but we have bigger things than that to talk about right now. Everyone has the right to choose their image, but some people will do anything for money and hype. You see, because you said blessings in there, I'm not going to get disrespectful, but don't ever try to tell me what to talk about, what's bigger to talk about. I do multiple videos per day on SouFLoTV, right? And I'm on here almost every morning giving you morning thoughts live. Sometimes the topics are serious. Sometimes they're serious to somebody else and not serious to you. We have bigger things to talk about. That's big enough for me to speak about this morning. All right. So if it's not big enough for you, or if you want to find something else, then like I tell everybody else, if you really support SouFLoTV that much, this live might not be your favorite topic or not interested in, you're not interested in. I have over 3,000 videos on YouTube on my channel, and I'm sure you haven't seen 1,500 of them, which is half of 3,000, right? All right. So here we go. Here we go. So he's in a dress, right? He wears a dress. I could imagine him being like, why do I have to wear the dress? And they're like, well, if you want this space, because when you hit SNL, you have arrived. That's the space that people are looking to get into. If you hit SNL, you are there. You are at the top with the A-listers kind of thing. They don't just put anybody on SNL. You gotta have connections. You have to be probably the right management team who rubs elbows with other owners and billionaires and that kind of stuff. So he's in it. Rod Taylor says money creates the biggest slaves, but their end agenda to it, do you think that their end agenda to it is just creativity? Do you think their end agenda to it is just creativity, or is it you have to wear the dress? Because people are threatened by a black man. And nowadays, I would even take black out of it and just says people are threatened by a man that stands up as a man in the presence of people. People are threatened by any trait of an alpha male. I've had to do it in, I would say, professional circles. I have had to do it in professional circles. So let's talk for real, right? Remember, really talk. So I've had to do it in professional circles myself. I've found myself acting very effeminate, trying to make some people feel comfortable. And it wasn't, now this is real stuff. It wasn't that I had to go all the way to and try to be a woman, but I've had to dumb down because I'm that kind of person. Like if I walk in a room, I quietly command presence and I don't have to get loud. I'm not a loud person in real life, right? But I speak how I feel. I contact people straight up. I'm not afraid to look someone dead in their eyes. And I get to it. I don't want to hear no story about ring around the rosies, pocket full, and then we get to this. No. Is it A plus A? Is it 1 + 1 = 2 with me? We get straight to the point. We handle this. We move on. That's how I deal with things. And being out there in the professional environment, I have found myself having to, that's the only way everybody else on the team is like, oh, he is so cool. He's, like, that's your acceptance card. Like I've told y'all before, I've heard the whole, you are so different. You're so different. Now, this is when I'm the only person of color in the room on the team. You're so different. They're like, they want to say you're so different from the rest of them. I knew there was something different about you. Soon as I said I'm Jamaican, They'll say, I knew there was something different about you, but that ain't it. That's not it. See, I play the part sometimes, and I know how to play the part, but it's sad that we have to play that part. It's sad that we have to dumb ourselves down. Like, dude in his uniform, the military dude that got pepper sprayed and dragged out his vehicle. A lot of people are saying, well, he should have just complied. He could have simply just get out of the vehicle and okay, he got out of the vehicle. So what if he had gotten out of the vehicle and then he had gotten shot in his uniform? What would you have said then? Well, he should have just blocked the bullets, or he should have just stayed in the car, or he should have. People are going to say whatever, go against your grain anytime. The sad part about that is they are threatened by your masculinity. They're threatened by your masculinity. Had he put both hands on the steering wheel and become very soft, I won't even say feminine, become very soft. They want you to be very soft to make them feel comfortable. And there's no way you can do it standing there in boots and jeans and a shirt and doing your thing. And no, that's too much aggression. I don't know if you're going to fight me. You look very threatening. You might inspire others to become that, what we see as aggressive. So in our presence, this is how you must be. Matter of fact, put the dress on. Damn. I want to be on SNL. I want to be on SNL, and you said my song was good. Yes, Cudi, but we just need you to put the dress on. Now, we can go on about what goes on behind the scenes in these dresses after they dress these men in these dresses, but I won't. Why I won't? Because it's all speculation. I have never been back there. I have never been behind the scenes. I've never been to the casting couch, but we've heard these stories. So I don't want to be on speculation. I want to talk about what's real, and what's real is how we have to dumb ourselves down. They are threatened, not and that scene with that scene with the military guy in his uniform treated that way with the police officer. That hit home like crazy for me. It hit home like crazy for me because, as y'all see, sometimes I grow the beard out, grow the hair out, get scruffy and whatnot. So I have been home before. I have been home before to visit and got pulled over, right? And I've been pulled over in uniform. I've been pulled over out of uniform. I've been pulled over looking scruffy and different. Like, first look at me, you would never say, oh, that's active duty military personnel, right? And at the time, I was active duty military personnel. Been through the same thing, and I got the same treatment different times. Same different kind of treatment. Like, if you're in uniform, it was, for me, I won't lie, it was thank you for your service, or you're home, welcome home, that kind of stuff. I've been speeding before and didn't have my uniform on, but I did have the appearance. And in my wallet, I carry my ID. So as soon as I open my wallet, that's the first thing they see. So he's like, oh yeah, where are you heading to? Oh man, as soon as my wallet opens, thank you for your service. Is this vehicle yours? Should I stay there and go through the whole, the vehicle is mine, or no? I'm like, yes, the vehicle is mine. Okay, driver's license registration, please. I still go through, putting both hands on the steering wheel. I still go through the driver's license, the driver license and the registration is over there in the glove compartment. Do you mind if I reach over and get it? They want to see you submit, not just jump. And there's so many ways to look at this. It's hard, but it's our reality. You know what I'm saying? Both hands on the steering wheel. This is me becoming very soft. Me becoming very soft. Hands on the steering wheel. Yes, it's over there. He asked me to get driver's license and registration, right? I should just reach for it. But I know what's up. So my hand's on the steering wheel. It's over there. Should I reach over there and get it? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And then I say, okay, I'm reaching over there for it now. And inside of you, you're like dying, Same thing in a professional environment. And I've been pulled over in uniform and out of uniform. I'm telling you, it's two totally different treatment. When I saw them handling him like that in uniform, I was like, damn. I think this is probably like the second time this has ever happened on camera, but it has never happened to me, but I've heard of it happening. They didn't give a damn if you were in uniform. And he was there like, hey, both hands out the window. Hey, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to you. This guy is conditioned. And I'm watching the video and I'm like, I feel sorry for this brother because he's getting his wake-up call. He's probably one of those that thinks that it's all kumbaya. And he's getting his wake-up call, right? I say, you better become soft. The whole time I was watching the video, I kept saying, you better become soft. You better become soft like Kid Cudi in that damn dress. That's how he got on SNL. That's how he got that stage that everyone covets or covets. That's how he got on the stage. You better be soft. But he wasn't soft. Had his hands out the window. He was like, hey, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to talk to you. I know I'm not getting out the vehicle. And they would not hear nothing he had to say. It turned into, get out of the vehicle, sir. Sprayed him in his face, right? So you imagine somebody sprays you in your eyes with pepper spray, mace, whatever they use, and then they're telling you, unbuckle your seatbelt. Unbuckle my seatbelt. I can't even see. You just fill my eyes up with pepper spray. You know, that kind. You have to become soft. They want you to become soft in their presence. You get pulled over, it's the same thing. Good afternoon, officer. How you doing? And you know, like shucking and jiving. How you doing? Good afternoon, officer. How are you doing? Don't ask no questions. You're not supposed to ask. May I ask you why am I being pulled over? Was I speeding? Do I have a broken tail light? No. What is the cause of me being pulled over? They don't want to hear you question them. So just put your damn hands on the steering wheel. That's the message that they're sending. Even with Kid Cudi with the damn dress. That's the message. The message is dumb yourself down, become really soft to the point where we are not threatened by you anymore. Who's threatened by a man in a dress? Nobody is. Even if he can do dangerous things, nobody is threatened by a man in a dress. A man wearing a dress, in many cultures, in many ways, is seen as humiliating. So if you're already standing there publicly humiliated and you don't care, but you're in your dress, we're not threatened by you. We're not threatened by you. You got to be like one of the girls. And when you're one of the girls, we'll give you all the platforms in the world. Right? Man, he did get fired. Who? The officer got fired, but it doesn't matter, man. Getting fired, paying out small fines every time they kill somebody, that's minor to them. That's minor to them. I'll tell you what. Getting fired only means that he will move to another state, join another police force somewhere else, and continue being a police officer. It happens a lot. They do it all the time. So him getting fired from there doesn't mean anything. Were there criminal charges pressed? Did he do time behind bars for it? Were they sued out the wazoo and had to pay $100 million? Did they break their bank? No. No. So in essence, no change is going to be made. Because all they're going to do is fire me. Okay, I'll leave Washington post office, or Washington precinct, and I'll go sign up at Hector's precinct. And guess what? My brotherhood is going to make sure that when I get, there's a space over there for me on the team. And when I get over there, it's the same thing again. Sir Benjamin, the officer, got fired. The police officer, because the army don't fire you. I don't think that person was in the army, by the way. That's why I kept saying military personnel. I'm guessing they could be Air Force, they could be Army. I didn't take the time to look. Somebody sent me the video and I looked at the video, and then I looked at the Kid Cudi video and I was like, damn, the message is clear between these two. I see how they wrap in. I watched his mannerism, how he handled or how he tried to handle himself in the beginning. He was doing everything right. I'm not a threat to you. You can see both my hands. What, I'm going to pick a gun up with my foot and shoot you with it? Or pull a trigger with my toe while holding it with my other hand? So both his hands were out the window. And he was looking dead in the man's face. And he was calm. He wasn't excited. He wasn't, what are you pulling me over for? Rah, rah, rah. He was calm. He was like, hey, man, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm going to tell you one more time, sir. Get out of the vehicle. First, he had the gun on him. And then he pulled the pepper spray. Everybody is like, damn, I'm glad he didn't shoot. He actually pulled the pepper spray. Wet his face up with mace or pepper spray and then say, unbuckle your seatbelt. Unbuckle my seatbelt. I can't even see. I can't even see. It's just like when they handcuff you behind your back and then they talk about stop resisting, stop resisting. You are in control. Even if I'm moving around like this, where am I going to go? What can I do? My hands are handcuffed behind my back. Stop resisting. That means you're not being soft enough. I want to see you as soft as a man in a dress. I've had to do this in the professional space before. Like literally borderline, I would just say effeminate. Had to become effeminate on a daily basis. That's why sometimes when I do these contracts, some of the contracts is like, I can't wait to get out of here. But I love doing contracts because it has an end date. So if I go somewhere and I really like it, it's like when it's time to go, it's like, man, 13 weeks went up already. You know what? Let me sign on for another 13 weeks. The money is good. I'm here. I like it. I'm seasoned in it now. 13 weeks. Let me do another 13 weeks. Sometimes I get to some places and it's like, Jesus Christ, I got to do 13 weeks here. Okay, week 1 down, 12 left. Week 2 down, 11 left. Week 3 down, 10 left. And I'm counting down the whole time because I want to get out of there. And it's not necessarily sometimes the facility. It's the people that I run into and the way that I am forced to have to become in order to be accepted, in order just to get that money. So looking at Kid Cudi on that stage in that dress, the message is clear for me. Now, the person before that said, oh, we have bigger things to talk about, SouFLo, this and that. Okay, let's put it like this for you. That dress, him in that dress, I understand that people should be able to choose whatever it is they want to wear, even if they want to come outside. I've told people this, even if a woman goes outside naked, it doesn't give any man the right to her body. You can't touch her, or you're not supposed to touch her without her giving you consent, right? So it doesn't give you a ticket to rape her. It doesn't give you a ticket to sexually assault her. It doesn't even give you a ticket to speak to her in a sexual manner. Even if she is outside butt naked. So I understand all that. I understand freedom. I understand the right to choose. I understand the right to be who you want to be. But let's not get it twisted. There's something here that's bigger than just freedom and him choose. See, this is why I was saying the other day. We've been accepting and accepting and accepting for so long. Even though I was using that to talk about Jamaican culture and the drastic shift that we have had culturally over the past decade, 2 decades. It's same thing here. We've been accepting, oh, leave people alone, let them do their thing. Yo, but you see what he, okay, so what? Leave her alone, let her be like that. Yo, you see, this is, okay, leave that alone too. Let the freedom of this, freedom of that, freedom of everything. I'm not the one to control people. So I'm not saying he shouldn't have wore the dress. By all means. SNL, put him up there in the dress. Go ahead. That's your business. You create a platform that's huge and put men in dresses, black men in dresses, to perform on your platform. Okay. Boom. Got it. Kevin Hart did it as well. See where Kevin Hart's at now. What I'm saying is I see the agenda. I'm not saying it's wrong for him to wear a dress. I'm not saying he shouldn't wear a dress. I'm not saying SNL should have never put him on there. It is all their right to do what they want to do. It's being done in front of my eyes. Therefore, I have opinions, right? Sometimes I have to break some argument down for some people. It just drains me, but I have to do it. Okay, so this is not about me controlling how people dress, what they wear. This is more or less me saying, I see what's going on. Okay, and we're pointing out to you who might not see it, but you won't see it until your son is in a dress. And I'm sure you will excuse that too. And when you pull him to the side and say, baby, why are you wearing a dress? Is this a part? I mean, is there something you want to tell me? And he's like, nah, dad, or nah, mom, I'm just being creative. I'm just being creative. You ain't being creative. You were forced into that dress, and that was the only way you could get that platform. But that's their exchange with you. In order for me to put you on our platform, I have to degrade you. I have to debase you. I have to put you in a dress. I have to make you less masculine, therefore make you less threatening. I feel threatened by you if you're not in a dress. I have to know that you are a comedian. I have to know that you can tell a lot of jokes and keep me laughing. Or if you can't tell a lot of jokes and keep me laughing, you got to entertain me. Other than that, I have no business with you. Just saying. All right. Jen Jones says, in my opinion, those officers, they should be charged with a federal crime since the brother is a military officer. Yeah, at one point I thought surely they were going to change, the narrative was going to change, and they were going to actually start treating him like, oh man, welcome home, what unit do you serve with? Blah, blah, blah. They did not give a damn. And it's funny because I see Jamaicans again in the comment section, and you can tell they're Jamaican because them type in a patois. Some of them I go to their stuff to see who is making this comment. But anyhow, one comment said something about, well, in the US, that's their biggest mistake because you can get a fatigue set like military personnel clothing. You can get a military personnel clothing anywhere and you are free to wear it everywhere. See, in Jamaica, you can't wear soldier outfit head to toe. You can't put on boots, pants, shirt, and walk around hat because you're impersonating, and it would be hard in an emergency situation for them to tell the difference between you and their JDF officers or JCF officers. So it's not okay to walk around in that uniform like that. Whereas in the US, here we go again with the you can't tell people what to do. Everybody has a right to do what they want to do, wear what they want to wear. So he could have very well been someone who went to a thrift store somewhere, picked up a whole set outfit, put it on, and was wearing it. So they're being cautious. This is my people making excuses for the person who pepper sprayed and dragged them and all that. It's amazing to see us make excuses for a certain kind of people. You read between that line. It's amazing to see us make excuses for those people. That vehicle has a license plate on it. They run that license plate before they even pull you over. Or in the process of pulling you over, when they're driving behind you, it's a quick search in a database. They don't actually need your driver license registration to run a license plate. They need your driver license registration to run you, to find out who you really are or who these papers say you are. Then they'll make a connection. Is this your vehicle? Are you connected to the vehicle? But right away, as soon as they pull a vehicle, when they're driving down on a vehicle, they're already running it to see if this vehicle has been reported stolen anywhere, all that other stuff. Your driver's license is not going to tell them if that vehicle is reported stolen, right? It's funny to see us make excuses. Even Even if he had went to a thrift store, bought that outfit, put it on, and was impersonating a military personnel, he was not threatening. He was non-threatening. Both hands were out the window. The brother didn't even, he said, forget holding on to the steering wheel, which is what I tell people to do. Put both hands at the top of the steering wheel. That way they don't feel threatened. Because if you keep your hand down here, you're sitting in a car, they're looking in through this window right here, what it looks like to you. It looks like, you know, you could come up from down here with something, right? So keep both hands up here on the steering wheel and speak softly. Speak softly. That's you becoming soft. So instead of saying speak softly, put hands on the steering wheel, lower your demeanor, all this, it's called going soft. I want you to go soft in my presence so I feel comfortable. And if you don't, this can escalate really quickly. Got the love and leave. Catch later. Have a good day. All right, Pauline Graham, have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you later. So yeah, that whole dress thing that with Kid Cudi, I don't know. I see the message, man. But anyway, the military guy, I hope what is supposed to come out of it comes out of it. But I know quite a few of those who thinks the whole world is kumbaya. And because we serve, a lot of people don't want to tell the truth that there is heavy racism even in the military. There's heavy racism in the military. People click up all the time based on their race and what they have in common. And it's no different in the military. Go through a military barracks on a weekend and you will see what I'm talking about. And randomly open doors in the barracks and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of racism in the military. And the scary part about the military and racism in the military is you have to respect that rank. It's not even the person. You have to respect the rank. So you could have a total asshole that's a E8 and you are a E4. You are going to respect that rank. You could have a total asshole that's a first sergeant or a captain and you are just a buck sergeant. You are going to respect that rank, or they'll start getting stupid on you and do all kinds of stuff to you, right? And they will attribute it back to military discipline, but it's not. What it really is them making you go soft, and they can do it. I've been there, man. I've been there. I've been told to turn around, put my face in a corner. I said, no disrespect, First Sergeant, but I'll stand at parade rest because I think you're the type to make stuff up. Actually, my exact language, I said, I think you're the type to make shit up and say I tried to hit you. So I will stand at parade rest, and I locked up parade rest, just like this, hands behind my back, and I'm standing there, right? And this man tells me, turn around, face the corner, and now march up into the corner and put your face in the corner. So I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not doing that. Next thing I knew, I was surrounded. I was surrounded by he called down all his NCOs, right? And they're surrounding me. I said, what are y'all going to do? Because if anybody touch me in here, we're fighting. So what are y'all going to do? Why am I surrounded? Why are you trying to threaten me? That's my last first sergeant. And I told this guy, I said, I'm not going to combat with you because I don't trust you. I trust the enemy more than I trust you. It was a lot of issues that went on behind that. But like I said, I've never been the type that's been scared to speak up, right? Especially if you try to push me into a corner, I don't have an issue speaking up. But he was trying to make me go soft in his presence. That's what it was. He was of the other persuasion, if y'all know what I mean. He was very short, and he had that short man syndrome, right? I'm 6'4.5". In boots, I'm 6'5". So he's like down here. He's like, I said, man, listen, I'll lock up. I'll lock up. Because I see where he was going with it. As soon as I started talking with my hands, it was, oh, you trying to throw blows. Listen, first of all, I'll lock up. Because you the type. But I will still tell you how I feel. All right? Empress Den says, been through that too. And I stood there and laughed. Yeah, telling you to turn around and push your face into a wall. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of back home in Jamaica where when I was growing up, that's how they used to do those kind of punishments. Remember, who come up from this generation where you had to stand outside in the sun, hold one ear, right hand holds left ear, and left hand holds right foot, and you're standing there on one foot in one ear. I was like, what's this man trying to do to me? I'm a grown ass man and I'm not doing any of that. You're going to talk to me right here like this. And they got heated. You know why they got heated? He got heated because the rest of the company was watching. This is not a platoon. This is a whole company. The rest of the company was watching and our sister company was watching. This was around formation time. And that it turned into something that it went inside the building from outside, right? They were watching and they were saying, if he can do it, I can do it too. See? So I'm not the kind of person that they wanted around because I wasn't willing to go soft when they wanted me to go soft to make them feel comfortable. But they hide that racism behind their ranks. And they will try to tell you in the military that Chairs and Benches TV, shout out and thank you for being here. Yeah, they in the military. So for those of you who have brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, your children heading off to the military, I'm telling you that they're going to be faced with that. And some of them, if they're oblivious, they won't recognize that's what it is for a while. And when it hits, it will hit. Okay? But stand up, man. Stand up for your own. Stand up for yourself. And never be afraid to. You got one life to live just like they do. Right? I was raised in the one ear, one leg era, especially at school. Negretta unstoppable. I'm telling you, this is what I felt like he was trying to do to me. And I'm like, I'm not a kid. I'm not a kid, so you're trying to clown me. It's just like putting a man on a stage in a dress, even though the man is telling you, look, I got the material. I think the material is dope. You said you liked it, so why the dress? And then they're like, listen, just wear the dress, okay? Just wear the dress. It gets to a point where it's like you either wear the dress or you don't get on the show. But I want to be on the show. That show could lead to me doing many other big things. Well, wear the dress. Somebody said, "Mina further ROTC." Oh, you didn't go any further than ROTC? Oh, yes. And they change when they come back home. All right. So, boom. Our last topic for the morning. We don't want to talk about, well, it's not our last topic because I still have the Dear SouFlo. My husband wants us to, well, get into that last because that one is simple. We do these topics all the time. For real, Regatta. I was raised the same way too. All right. So DJ Khaled is in Jamaica. And DJ Khaled is in Jamaica having a world of fun. He's eating food in the river. That's him and Coffee. Link up again with no sound. He's at this place they call the Holy Mountain. And I noticed all the people that are the servers, the help, all these people are wearing masks, but they're not wearing any masks. So, I mean, I would probably have it that way too. But DJ Khaled is back in Jamaica and he's doing his DJ Khaled thing. He's working on his new album.
You know, we are there up on the holy mountain, you know, holding a firm meditation. Some boy I drink soda, a man like me, I drink tea. You know? Some boy I drink soda, a man like us, I drink tea.
He's like, some man I drink soda and man like us I drink ting. So you know, DJ Khaled has had a long Shabaranks dub plate him.
DJ Khaled who set it. You know how much DJ Khaled love a culture. You know how much DJ Khaled love a culture. Well, me Shabba pronounce that I must listen. Alright, when the lyrics when the pen wanna surround us, I will not powder. DJ Khaled original and him a music master. When the lyrics when the pen wanna surround us, I will not powder. Jump on this Khaled and them a got dead bout ya. So many girls jump on, what is the matter?
You know, he's really enjoying himself in Jamaica. Lunch on the river. What's my argument tonight?
Some citrus. Did you put some Ciroc in it? Of course I did. Thank you.
He's pitching a product, making money on the go. That's a whole commercial.
Citrus. Hold up. New drink alert. Ciroc Kryptonite. Don't tell Diddy I told you about this. Hold on. It's not out yet.
All right. This one was dope.
Lunch. A man like me, I eat lunch in the river. Chef, let me get some fish. Thank you.
And the pictures go on and on. The videos go on and on. My point is this: DJ Khaled is in Jamaica, right? His last album that he put out, that album won a Grammy. See? This album that he's putting out, I'm willing to bet is going to win a Grammy as well. The people that DJ Khaled have recruited for this album, though, check it out. Oh, man. Piazza Studios says Movado must feel away watching this. You know what? I'm not laughing up. I'm not laughing because trouble take anyone away in life. But yeah, I'm willing to bet Movado does feel away. Because think about if Movado was able to actually be in Jamaica right now and be a part of, because Movado was signed to DJ Khaled. Movado was signed to DJ Khaled. We the best for the longest. And him and Khaled are still good. And he was on his last album, the album that got a Grammy. This time he's doing it again. I am sure he would have, if things had gone different, he would be there. Why wouldn't he have him there? But look who's there. Movado can't go home. That's Vado's only problem. Exactly. So that must hurt him in some kind of way because his musical father, which is Bounty Killer, is who DJ Khaled recruited. But look at the names of who DJ Khaled recruited, people. I got my board over here, so I'm going to turn a little bit. So DJ Khaled is back in Jamaica. Album is on the way. This album is called Khaled Khaled. The last album was called Father of Assad. Assad is his son's name, right? So Father of Assad got the Grammy. Now he's on to Khaled Khaled. Khaled Khaled. Capleton enough. Slow them, my bare feelings, them I carry. I don't know the fireman, Capleton. Bounty Killer. Cross, miserable, angry, poor people governor. Bounty Killer. Buju Banton. Barrington Levy. I've seen, and he has the Migos there, and the Migos hooked up with popcorn, and then there is coffee. Look at the people he is putting on this album. I don't know where my bill. I don't know what kind of album he building, but the lineup of the reggae people that he's putting on the album tells me right away that this is going to be some other kind of an album. It's not a dancehall reggae album for sure, but it's gonna be some kind of an album, something heavy. See, the thing I like about DJ Khaled is this, because I watch all the small talk, and a lot of people don't understand certain things. People like DJ Khaled, never mind that they're steep in Jamaican culture. They've been there. DJ Khaled was there carrying crates. You know, when DJ used to carry crate, I used to have backup man to carry the crate of music. and you have to sift through and find that 45 is a 45, find that record and put it on, and he's there from way back then. So his relationship with people like Bounty Killer, them kind of people there, his relationship with them goes back like 3 decades. In this life, especially in the industry, it's hard to find people that are genuine, that are close to you and will bring you in on big projects and be close enough to be close to you for 3 decades. Some of them will violate you within the first year or 2 of knowing them. See? So to see DJ Khaled bring our greats out, because people like Capleton, people like Barrington Levy, come on now, Barrington Levy, if you could put somebody next to Barrington Levy, who would it be? In a class by himself, Barrington Levy is. And we're going to wait until these people pass away to give them their flowers and their accolades. Somebody like DJ Khaled doesn't have to even associate with them. He does not need dancehall or reggae music to hit top of the charts. He does it consistently with genres outside of our genre. But he is constantly bringing ours in. The way I see it, food I eat. See? The money is going around. Because when you get to DJ Khaled level, you best believe that the paperwork is right. Bujo is not no stupid fool. He knows about the paperwork side of the business side. He has some of the strongest copyrights there is in the industry. So, Barrington Levy, Bounty Killer, Bujo Banton, Popcorn, Coffee, Capleton. Honestly, we stopped listening to these people. Like, new generation don't even listen to them. Ain't no new generation dance keeping. With them a wheel up back to back Barrington Levy tune and all that. We have neglected our own. It's probably like grown people or older folks might put on some Barrington Levy if them a clean up them house or play some music around the house or something. We ain't bumping Barrington Levy in the car on a daily basis. Checking on Barrington Levy on YouTube on a daily basis. It's not the wave now. But what I did notice was this. I remember Bounty Killer said that's something that whatever I do with the music, trap, dancehall, or whatever they calling it, he was like, it's okay, them I do them thing, but it's not dancehall. It's not the authentic dancehall. You're doing your dancehall stuff over hip-hop beats. So when the people overseas, you know, they used to fly into Jamaica or contact them for authentic dancehall stuff. Now when they hear what's coming out of Jamaica from the newer generation, is like, there's nothing there to contact you about. That's their beat already. You're just on their beat. So we're wondering, well, where are the big collaborations? Why is our music like right there and it's not going? I don't know if y'all been through the 90s era. Some of y'all on here might be very young and don't even remember, but I'm sure there are a lot of you on here that remember the 90s era of dancehall. We were on mainstream in the US. And remember that? We were on mainstream in the US and there were crazy collaborations. And our artists were getting paid huge money to do these collaborations, whether it was in cash upfront or it was in cash plus paperwork and royalties, right? It was what we had that they wanted, and they didn't want to take it away. They wanted us with it. So them changed the thing, Super Cat, but ain't nobody tapping him right now. And I'm sure there are more people that DJ Khaled would have tapped to be on this album. Spraga Benz, yeah. 90s dancehall seems to be, 90s dancehall and reggae seems to be, this is who he came for. This is who he came for. Barrington Levy, Buju Banton, Bounty Killer. Bounty can't even fly into the US. Doesn't have the paper to fly into the US. I think ever since Bounty with the hammer thing, remember that situation there? I think from back then time there, he hasn't been able, because it was a domestic issue, right? Miss Ivy Karen go church and all that. Bounty has changed completely. I wouldn't see a problem in giving Bounty Killer a US visa. Matter of fact, if them give Bounty Killer a US visa, foreign tear down, because Bounty's crowd spans all the genres, all the age groups. Big people listen to him. Right now, when he jump on stage in Jamaica, the young youth them listen to him. You know what I'm saying? So, but if Bounty get his visa and fly into the US, but Bounty don't have a visa and can't fly into the US, but guess what? Big people like Khaled are flying into Jamaica to work with him. Buju Banton just went through his situation, so it's not like him have paperwork where he can just fly out to and boom, Khaled, you ready? We're gonna do the album. All right, now come, I'll be there next Friday. He can't do that either. But people like this getting on a private jet and coming in just for these people. That's to tell us a lot. That's to tell us a lot. And of course, I love the fact how he show off Jamaica every time he's there. I could easily take this conversation in a different direction and talk about how they never talk about crime and violence in Jamaica, like people like Khaled and them. But like I said earlier, you can't stick responsibility on everybody. It's not everybody's responsibility. Like, it's not every American entertainer responsibility to fly into Jamaica. Dwayne Wade came into Jamaica for celebrate his birthday recently. Nina Sky said 90s straight. A 90s dancehall people listen to, like globally. Dwayne Wade came into Jamaica recently to celebrate his birthday with his wife, right? And Beanie Man is who he requested. He requested, handpicked, paid for to be personally entertained by Beanie Man. Now I guarantee you that check that Beanie Man gets for that performance there, that private performance there. I bet you that check would equal probably about, he would have to do a couple of shows in Jamaica to get that check there. Because, you know, these are multi-millionaires and their money isn't from no illegal activities. Their money well sold up. But to see him fly in and to see this is who they request, and they're still Simma, who got the keys to my bima in 2020? It was the end of 2020, or was it somewhere the beginning of 2021? And 90s. They didn't fly in and ask for any of the latest artists them because they've got the new wave. They came in and asked for something from the 90s, from an entertainer. Now, this is what you call longevity. This is what you call longevity. See? I'm not putting the responsibility on Khaled. I'm not putting the responsibility on anyone. I am amazed how they all come in and they enjoy Jamaica. And of course, they have money, so they can go to the nicer parts, where many Jamaicans who are born and raised in Jamaica have never been to anywhere that look like that in Jamaica. Me sitting at the comment section, them sometimes Jamaicans in there saying, wait, a Jamaica this? Which part of Jamaica this? Because this look nice. This don't look like Jamaica to me. Well, they're millionaires. You can't expect to afford what they afford. Let's be for real, right? We cannot afford to. When Buckingham Palace people them show the inside of the palace, we don't say, "Oh, I'm supposed to have all that as well." You know, them have what them have because of who they are, and that's that. But it would be nice to hear them say, "Yo, you know, Jamaica is a beautiful place, you know." But the crime and violence thing is just, especially the violent killing thing, is just scary. I would love to have heard them say something like that, because I know if they did, then people like our leaders would be like, Andrew Holness would be like, Minister of Security, hello, Chang. Yes, Yeah, no, don't you see DJ Khaled is here? No, but DJ Khaled just did a whole video talking about the crime and violence in Jamaica, especially the violence he said and what we're doing up because they're not listening to the people. So they might listen to somebody like that. I mean, they retweet, repost all his stuff. They praise these people. Thank you for making Jamaica look so good. All this. But if them could have just get them for sec to really be on the side of the people. But you got to understand they live in different worlds. You know, they live in different worlds. Me say Khaled come to Jamaica and go Bubble Hill and par with Sizzler and all these kind of things. So I know he knows. If him did over August Town, that's on them place there, I know he knows what suffering looks like. I know he knows what poverty looks like in Jamaica. I know he knows what violence looks like. You're par with Sizzler and 100-man strong motorbike. You're safe. You are you're safer than the Prime Minister. So they'll never experience what everyday Jamaicans experience, right? Nina Sky, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Dr. Sirius, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Dr. Sirius, big up yourself now. Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, I see the funny comments about DJ Khaled, and I just want people to know that Khaled been in our culture he's a staple in our culture, actually, right? Been and has used his influence over the years. He wasn't always who he is now, the maestro, the one with the golden pen, the one that picks, because that's what he is. He picks, puts them together, says what he wants it to sound like, and boom, it's top of the charts, Grammys, money in the bank account, fly out tour, all these things. What I respect about DJ Khaled is that he is not just raping off our culture. He's not just ripping off our culture. The man hadn't been on a plane because he has a fear of flying and hadn't been on a plane in decades. And as Buju Banton land, because him and Buju been friends from way back when, and they kept in touch all through Buju incarceration and stuff. As Buju land, him land in Jamaica too. And it took a lot for him to get on a plane to do it. I don't know. I'm sure he took some, what's called, Adderalls. Some of them there went to sleep and wake up. It's business. It's business. You're right, Rising Phoenix. But these people can write you out of their business and still do business. It's not hard for somebody like DJ Khaled to fly into Jamaica, shoot a video, use the scenery, and fly back out and not involve not one artist in it. They could do that. They could do that. But what I respect about him is that he's not ripping off our culture and exploiting it. He is actually bringing along. I've watched DJ Khaled grow over the years, right? From back in the Soundboy days, selector, all the way up to the maestro he is now. And he has always pulled us up with him every step of that ladder. That in itself is to be respected. That in itself is to be. I can't wait for the album to come out because I want to hear what this album is about. No Jamaican entity thought about this, thought about putting Barrington Levy, Bounty Killer, Buju Banton on one album. It took a DJ Khaled to do it. But okay, I want to hear what it's about. I remember, I know, the last time Buju Banton did a collaboration, it was with that girl. Now you got to understand how music and royalties work. So me do the song with you, my paperwork straight, your paperwork straight. That song hits #1 at the top of the charts in the US. My money is coming in. That's why I'm gonna see Buju sit on my yard and I'm all right. Okay, his royalties are rolling in. See? And that's a good look. When you position yourself in power and then you don't forget about me, and you pull me up to have me position myself in power so I can pull my brothers up and position them in power as well, then that's to be respected. Can't say nothing more about that. So learn the history of DJ Khaled and who he is to our culture. And yes, there are vultures out there. He's not one of them. He's not one of them. All right. So big up on yourself, people. On this beautiful Monday morning, I'm coming alive just like you are. Had a long night and early morning. Sharon Smith, thank you so much. Sharon Smith says, good morning, family. Brains and the Beat, can we have a Monday show about bartenders? I need to know why DB chest so high. My boys, the Dandadas, Sandra. Boy, wait now. At Brains and the Beat, is she in here? They're probably asleep still because we went to bed late last night. You got to understand that when the kids leave and you have like a free time, you know, you have to make a little free time count. So we went to bed really late last night. See, it was hard to wake up this morning. But yeah, the bartender, we need to have a discussion on that. Hey, Carlton backing up? Carlton is back. All right. Sunday, I normally watch on Mondays. So I don't want to hear nothing yet. They probably dropped something yesterday because it's Sundays they dropped the new one, right? So I don't want to hear anything yet from you. I'm going to watch the new one. But the last time I checked out off of it, me and baby girl, me and wifey, last time we checked out off of Bartender, Carlton is back. Oh, there she is. You up, baby? Morning. Hope you don't break down the bed. Can I tell you? Hey, watch out. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it this morning. We gonna go watch it this morning. Not true, babe? Because the last time me look, Mr. Carlton jump out of barber chair, fresh cut, for him face, ready. So problems. Me don't know about DB and him high chest. Me I go see. Because you're talking something that I haven't seen yet. So that means you watched it yesterday. You watched it yesterday when it dropped fresh. If you don't know watch Bartender, man, trust me, you're not on. You're not on. You're not on it. All right? Shout out to Clarendon people. Oh my God, Clarendon is my world. Shout out to my Clarendon people. And I've fallen in love with Westmoreland. So shout out to the people from West as well. Westmoreland, nice to see. No lie. But anyhow, people, here we are at the top of the morning. Manners and respect to each and every one of you who tuned in. Have a wonderful day at work or a wonderful day doing whatever you're doing. Like my granny used to say, if you can't be careful. All right? If you can't be tricked, at least be careful. I don't know what y'all doing out there, but make sure it's good. So you don't have to be looking over your shoulders and worrying about your life and all these things. Life is precious. Life is the greatest. You understand? Is the greatest. Quick talk. I see some people risking their lives and their freedom for some things that it ain't worth it. On my brokest day, I enjoy just being able to go sit down by the beach and just listen to waves roll in. Can't do them something there from a prison cell. And I'm not trying to send myself to an early grave, all right? So we on a straight and narrow over here, and I know that most of you in this audience, if not all, are as well. So big up on yourself. Oh, Papa, you up? You frightened? All right. And there he is. All right, manners and respect, people. And we'll catch you tomorrow morning right here on Morning Thoughts. Peace. You'll give them a peace. He just woke up. You like this. You trying to make, oh, your fingernail got to be cut, man. What is this? This little fingernail look like them people, you know them people that do coke and they keep the pinky fingernail long, that's the hitter. We have to cut that off, Papa. Get them piece like this. You know, wake up yet. You stuck? Khaled. You stuck? Kyle's trying to read the words on the side. He's like, what the? Emojis, crying emojis, clappy hands. Even your mama on here laughing. Your mama on here laughing. Tell them bye, we're gone. We're gonna watch Bartender and all these things. Peace, people. One love. Give them the peace now. So, turn your hand around, so. Just put down this. Oh. Put up 2 fingers. Like this. I might work with that 1 finger something, but it's alright. We fix it later.